Hello everybody and welcome to another Beyond All Reason video. We are on a new map today, Scylla and Charybdis. And hopefully I've pronounced both those words together correctly. And yeah, it's a new map, a very big map, especially for 1v1s. We can see lots of start positions here with the intention of it being a map for team games, but instead today being played as a 1v1. So our contestants today's 1v1 is Yun and Indomitus choosing to go for an armada start here. And with this map, as we can see here, being mostly flat, it makes sense to go vehicles, as we see Indomitus doing here, and Yun also planning as well. Vehicles will give them quicker movement around the map and will help them catch those extra metal spots quicker due to the speed of the constructors being considerably quicker. The low ground areas on the map, though, like down here, has some geos, but you're not going to be able to get there, I think, unless you have an aircon. Yeah, you can see the cliffs all the way around are too steep for the commander to walk, so these geos may not get tapped in this this match. What else have we got? Another geo there. That one could be grabbed. There's a little ridge there that we can get down to. Some reclaim around the place. And another geo here as well that can actually be tapped. So a lot of metal to be had. And we'll see how they manage it. 13 max wind speed is not the best in the world, but it could be worse. So what these players are going to struggle with really is just the vast amount of space. Being able to cover that much ground, going to be difficult to secure all of that eco really. We can see Yun here going to defend. He hasn't actually got any units out right now other than constructors. He did have one scout, but that scout's got killed pretty quickly. And now his other scouts are starting to get, or his other constructors rather, are getting attacked. Just causing some harassment for him. He's having to re-queue this up all the time. Good harass by Indomitus. Interesting enough, these aren't assisted, but they've got the same queues. So they should either overlap each other or assist. I've actually seen one. Oh, there you go. Very good early scout control there from Indomitus. Getting some very, very good value. Was on a disadvantage there when it came to numbers, but still managed to get away with this one, which won't last for much longer as it's about to get caught out. Meanwhile, on the opposite side of the map, two scouts almost tried to grab one of Indomitus's extractor cons here, but not going to manage it. These guys will get caught out potentially. Oh, still going. One down, one to go. Oh, manages to break free. There's not much really for him to grab except maybe this metal extractor here. Getting the radar though, that's useful. That's going to make it hard for him to track where that scout actually ended up. Using this scout to block the expansion path of the constructor. He won't be able to kill the constructor, but he's delayed it at least a little bit. That scout did try to come in the back and get the metal extractor of Indomitus, but it did not work out in the end. We see Yun has transitioned over to incisors now with one con 95 incisors as his build queue. This is more likely he's just gonna alt click in a bunch of constructors when he needs them. Repeat is also off as well, so Whereas on the opposite side of the map, we see only blitzes from Indomitus. Indomitus with his first build turret up and the commander marching towards the center of the map. This means that he's going to be able to put some pressure onto Yun with his commander marching forward, but there's less build power in base. But, you know, with the build turret there, it kind of makes up for it. Surprisingly, both posturing on this same hand side at the moment. Not much aggression on the left-hand flank of the map. Loses all of his scouts there. But losing this radar has meant that these guys have managed to get round the back. Indomitus will see them now as they get into LLT range. Does manage to get the metal extractors before they die. Won't get the LLT obviously, but still managing to cause some damage. These guys have already moved off, so it's going to take a while before you can recap those mexes. Not only that, but you've got, you know, more ones at the back here as well that still haven't been gone. Whereas Yun's been pretty safe over this side for a while. Hasn't received any raids for at least a good few minutes. And these metal extractors are not even got any sort of LLTs defending them right now. Surprisingly, he missed 2 metal extractors at the back here. Just purely, I think, due to the fact that if he went to those, it would take longer to get an overall total mex value. Whereas if he goes from here to here to here, you know, he's continuing moving towards the triple mexes and will get a higher quantity of metal anyway, rather than just getting 2 additional metal extractors. So he gets more metal quicker than just leaving 2 uncapped. Yun popping out a couple of build turrets here, slowly scaling up his energy. Will this wind decay before the build turret finishes though? That's the question. It'll be close. It doesn't matter, he's changed his queue anyway. Seems wind's a bit unreliable for Yun, so he's deciding to opt into quite a bit more solar. Indomitus finding this hole. Has he? Well, he hasn't because he's driven straight into the LLT, but two metal extractors. It's a shame because if he would have gone to this side, he could have gone like that and got a very large amount. But look where Indomitus's commander is. Look how far forward he is. If he's able to draw the line at this point, he will have well over 2/3 of the map himself. And Indomitus actually building a ridiculously forward bot lab here. Yes, and as the spectator said, very bold. Yeah, building this far forward. This is going to apply a lot of pressure to Yun's main base. And he's hoping that by applying that pressure, he's going to be able to stop raids from happening. Because he's just not able to cope. Blitzes are trying to get into these incisors, but these incisors will probably get both of these cons here if quick about it. Some unfortunate micro there. Yes, both cons do get taken out. The blitzes will mop up, but the blitzes could have stopped that loss. Not only that, but we see more losses on this side here. LLT is attempting to stop the attack. Cons will have to run back. Rocket bots switched out on the opposite side. Rocket bots and lashers, and we've just got maces coming out from Indomitus. I don't know if this is gonna work. Like, he needs his commander to be like helping repair the maces, but the maces aren't going to be able to do much against this many rocket bots, and he needs the build power on the factory. Almost about to lose 2, and he hasn't actually killed anything yet. Yun's commander's moving forward. Yun just marching into the maces, just like, screw it, I'm gonna degun the shit out of them if they get close. Going to cloak walk onto the factory, deguns the factory. Yun's commander, well, just able to get out on 18%. Factory did not pay off, but there was no reclaim given there. But it could have been worse. Could have been worse. This Blitz Force house managed to find a gap though with the army pulled off elsewhere. And if these guys continue moving, they're going to get some great value as they find lots of undefended metal extractors. Slight indecision there from Yun, forced the units to pull back a little bit. Ooh, doesn't manage to finish off that metal extractor, but still continuing on. Oh, one blitz turned around specifically just to get that metal extractor. And funnily enough, he can actually run these guys out if he wants to. He could go like this and get them out of there. He's probably not going to, as the Indomitus seems to be busy elsewhere, but that would have been a great run for these guys if they kept moving up. But alas, that's not what happens. Air on its way in. See Yun desperately rushing out any AA. No. This is another one of those situations though, you have to ask yourself, would these gunships actually be better than just going bombers? Imagine a bomber in this, like how clumped up this is. But the gunships just don't have enough damage. And they are slowly killing a comm turret. Look how long they've had to be sat there. And there we go. A whole one con turret. But it's starting to look a bit dangerous for Indomitus now. There's a sizable chunk in the center here of 31 units. On the far left flank, there's a group of 7 just slowly making their way around. You can see that Indomitus has been a lot slower to get his metal extractors up than his opponent. Bit of a blitz dive here from Indomitus, trying to get some value and slow down. Indomitus has changed his mind by the looks of it about building this vehicle lab at the front. The air, I don't think, really paid off too much. He's hoping to use the gunships to get like value around the side, but so many LOTs here, I think they'll still be able to shoot down the gunships. Getting ever so closer to Indomitus's commander here as this forward vehicle lab is just slowly degrading. Indomitus actually switched to air cons here to build out quicker. So maybe we'll see him cap some of the geos. That would solve his energy problem if he had the energy to build the geos in the first place, that is. Gunships flying straight into Alasha. That's going to do great work. And now with some fighters on the scene, gunships are now useless. It has forced Yun to invest into AA though. And Indomitus does have the advantage when it comes to fighters at the moment. Left-hand force was dealt with efficiently. Could have been better, could have been worse. There's still a single incisor around the back there. And we can see that this section here is still kind of mullered. Yun's army moving to the left-hand side is interesting. Yun has been very good at rebuilding very quickly. All those mexes he lost at the back are already back up and running. And Indomitus is pushing down on this right-hand side again, but there's so many forces here now that have just come fresh off the factory that I don't think these guys are going to get quite as far as he hoped. Shurikens now as well being produced by Yun. Getting a whole 4 metal extractors for that push. Don't know if that quite worked out in his favor. Army value, as we can see here, is looking pretty good for Yun. Not able to get the thing. This resbots here are just coming in clutch for Yun, able to resurrect all of these like aggros from Indomitus and just then able to send them back to him. And just doesn't really have an answer to that just yet. Not only that, we've got mine layers here being produced with plans of just mining up areas to try and stop this light harass. Here we see the geos being built by both players actually at the same time. Surprised we're 17 minutes in and we're still seeing raiders. Mostly due to the size of the map, you kind of need to. Indomitus should clean up this force here. Yun's force is kind of stuck on the wrong side of a hill here. Doesn't work out for him at all. Definitely needs to get resbots. Has he got resbots? He has, finally. And has Tech 2. Indomitus with Tech 2. So we look over to Yun. Yun without Tech 2 yet has doubled down on Tech 1. So the question will be now, will Indomitus be able to hold whilst this Tech 2 transition takes effect? His blitz is not being controlled here, making the most use of them. Some of the metal already being eaten up. He needs to get those cons to stop this reclaim. One dead and 2 more dead. Very nice. Losing this side now though with resbots here already. He's going to attempt to try and grab the resbots. He does get quite a lot of them, but leaving 3 left. And that left flank is pretty much lost for Indomitus now. No units have been going that way in a while. They've all been going on the right-hand side, which is looking even more worrying for Indomitus. And Indomitus right now actually accessing, well, close to accessing metal. It's Yun that we're actually looking at here, which is accessing metal. And as this force pushes in, a couple of jags in the mix here, but not really a lot. There go all the jags. That force is going to just push right through, and then at the same time on this left-hand side, this force also making its way through, doing significant damage to Indomitus. As we switch back over to the base of Yun, we can see Tech 2 has been completed. He's actually had to eat one of the metal extractors, which is quite funny, in order for this Tech 1 bot lab to make it out, vehicle lab to make it out. But as we see Indomitus here, kind of struggling. He's lost quite a bit. Left-hand side is completely falling apart. For some reason, he's just thrown all of his fighters. Oh, he's thrown all of his fighters because there's a mass bombing wave coming in. Black, though, already being pushed out the factory. So far, a mass amount of build power gone. But with all these flags here, how much more damage are these going to be able to inflict? Spreading out the bombs, getting some wins. And that could have been worse. Build power's already been rebuilt. That kind of says all you need to know, really. A Geo being built here as well by Yun. Yun with so much metal in the bank right now. And the bombing run didn't really pay off for Indomitus. He's losing the left flank. That Tech 2 transition has cost him dearly. But with Resbots out, he's going to desperately try and resurrect everything. 2k worth of metal on this left-hand side, but there's already there was a Yun Resbot already over here as well, which is quite funny. That's quite a lot of metal extractors to lose. You can just look at the map. All of the blue on the bottom half of the map. And then for Indomitus, all he has is kind of this section here. Kind of not even that. It's more like that. So, not looking good. 18% difference in metal a second between the two players. It's not that much. Indomitus did get Tech 2 first and should in theory have more Tech 2 metal extractors, which is correct. You can see that here. He hasn't gotten the Geo that he should have around here. This one. He hasn't gotten that Geo. But he got the two down below. He does already have a fusion up and running though. That's directly behind his Tech 2 factory. He has less build power on his factory. We're seeing tigers start coming out from Yun here. Indomitus would like to build bulls, I think. Has started building a couple, but probably can't really afford them right now. Poor Jags just being left there to die. Finding holes. If he can get this this ball of Tech 2 cons here, this will be good, but no, unfortunately not able to. Also kind of just like being left here and just moved forward and left. I don't feel like this attack here by Indomitus is actually gaining anything. He's just moving Jags forward and they've been left to die. If anything, just kind of giving your opponent metal. And the ball even goes down as well. All these armed metal extractors are just do too much HP, and especially when they just sit in between both of them. these brutes will basically not be able to get any metal extractors at all. There's just so many LLTs on this side of the map that they get literal zero value. See a couple of balls here just slowly taking out the LLTs that are on this left hand side, but still. They're about to get a shock as a huge group of tanks make their way up. I mean, this is quite funny. Look at all these units chasing after just a few blitzes. Problem is, though, with Tech 2 metal extractors, it just takes too long to kill, and these blitzes are now not really going to be able to do anything. Need a bit more oomph. Don't get me wrong, Yun's commander standing directly next to a whole bunch of energy converters is a different story. I love how Yun's actually airdropped con turrets and a Tech 2 constructor down here. Build energy converters where it's relatively safe, because all of these land units aren't going to be able to get down there. I think Indomitus is APM stalling. He keeps moving units forwards, and then that's it. That's the path. They go here, they're going to stop, and they're getting chased. They need to be pathed a bit more, because they're not doing anything when they get there. He's actually gone to using fight move instead. Resbots just round the back. Yeah, just resurrect this AA turret. It's fine. Oh, which actually now proves really useful. It's not going to do much, let's be honest, but still, it's quite funny. So as we take a second, let's have a look, shall we? So metal produced, blue advantage by about 6k metal. Energy produced, pretty close. It's kind of slowly getting ahead by these two AGOs. Metal extractors is we're seeing 24 Tech 2 from Yun and 34 from Indomitus. So Indomitus actually with more Tech 2 metal extractors at the moment, which we expected because he did get Tech 2 earlier, but his army value is still significantly behind. We may be about to see a loss of some Tech 2 constructors here as well. Oh, but Yun not microing them, and they move straight past, which is quite fortunate. Oh, all the energy converters disappeared. Okay, I don't know quite what happened there, but Yun's commander is at 61% health, I think, from all the energy converters. Oh, hold on a minute. No, didn't he have an AGO there? Yes. So the AGO that was there blew up. Wow, I missed that. That's why his commander's so low health and why everything around it got destroyed. Well, I mean, that's a pretty good hit by Indomitus. I missed what happened, unfortunately, but... his left-hand side is starting to weaken a bit for Yun, but that's mostly because he's preparing like forces in the center here. 12 tigers in the middle is quite a lot of tigers. Just look at all this build power. So much build power chasing this one Tech 2 or two Tech 2 constructors. Crazy. Alright, here's the trouble. Indomitus has balls coming out, but those tigers are just going to mosey on past if they're not careful. Oh, actually, Yup turns them around. Still not enough balls here, really, to counter them, but more reinforcements making their way forward. Wouldn't surprise me if we maybe see Tech 3 at some point soon. We're 30 minutes in, so we're pretty far in. Energy stalling coming from Indomitus at the moment. Just don't get me wrong, these pit bulls are great and all, but not enough to stop this vast amount of units making their way through. Ooh, so many fires taken out by flak there. Oof, that's not good. To have a quick look around. So this bottom left side here, plenty of pop-ups will stop any of that coming through. Still, this right-hand side is just a big gap. Although with only blitzers getting through, it's not really that big of a deal. Pop-up defenses going up now, which will kind of stop any future harass. These units not being microed at all, just being F-moved and getting killed because of it. Force in the top right-hand corner here that was pushed by, that is starting to move into defenses and get all whittled away with balls coming out from the factory here. They will get metal extractors, but I'm hoping Indomitus is able to just get some res bots out and deal with that pretty quickly. On this left-hand side, though, this is a lot of tigers. 11 tigers, and there's only 4 bulls, and one of those is basically dead. This poor one tiger's really being bullied by shurikens. Getting a lot of AGOs up here. I was about to say, I'm surprised that Yun hasn't gotten this AGO. Considering they're both right next to each other anyway, like, what's the difference? You may as well have both of them go boom, then... I mean, because this one blows up, is going to take that one out anyway. So just go for it, right? Why not? So many shurikens. This force at the top continuing to cause problems. Now finally marching into a kind of decent number of bulls, and Tech 2 air also here as well. And as this force gets flanked from both sides, it should go down pretty quickly, leaving quite a lot of metal in the back line for Indomitus to get. But you can see it's made quite a difference, this attack, by look at the metal a second number here. And Indomitus has started the Tech 3 move. Resbot's actually resurrecting everything right here. I'm kind of surprised he wouldn't go to eat some of it to pay for the Tech 3. He does have air superiority, so these gunships will slowly whittle down this Tech 2. Especially if it just sits there. Oh, interesting. On the right-hand side, we see 2 persecutors and a bulwark, and this build power is just slowly moving up, continuing that on. Persecutor, bulwark, persecutor, bulwark. And it will slowly push Indomitus back. He needs to do something about it. This gunship's just continuing to harass. I mean, they're not really... I mean, they're whittling down a few tanks, but surely they could be more effectively used for, I don't know, killing this build power, getting the metal extractors, something. Surely is more valuable than just slowly whittling down some tanks, and that huge amount of build power on that left hand side gets taken out. That's a big build power loss there for Yun. I mean, all these gunships are really doing are forcing these Tigers back, because they can't really stay there without air support. But the Razorback makes his self-known in the middle, and just look at how quick that's getting destroyed, because he moved it right into the middle of the army so that it took flanking damage. What are you doing, Indomitus? If you control the reclaim field, we may see it adding up. One race. The problem is it's been one Razorback versus like 10 tanks, and he just needs more of them. Oh, atomic bombers though. He does have air superiority. This would work out in his favor. Using the atomic bombers here to go for the army. No, don't land them. Thomas, what are you doing? Well, say goodbye, atomic bombers. Oh, what a waste. What a waste. And Indomitus here actually losing air superiority. And I don't know, this is not looking good. Yun going to tech free himself here. Probably gonna push out Shivas. Yeah, there we go. He's just managed to do a lot better on this building up here. Pretty much every single metal extractor on the map is now tech 2. But the numbers don't lie. And there is a lot of metal here to be reclaimed, but he's instead resurrecting it. And now right now he does have army value advantage, but it's not really going to help with just how many bulwarks are being built in the center of the map here. Razorbacks aren't going to do well against pushing that. He's hoping he can maybe get some damage here on the left, but... Ooh, an armed metal extractor as well. Manages to grab a good amount of that build power and stop that bulwark being built. But still in this back corner, there's 4 more Tigers. There's no radar over here, so he's going to be able to grab this constructor here and then continue pushing through these over this side. The atomic bombers may be able to deal with them, but he's prepping atomic bombers. He must be looking for maybe a comm snipe here for the victory. It will be tough. His opponent knows he's going air. Going atomic bombers. Just look how quick those Razorbacks are dying to this armed exploiter and all the tanks. Shivas started rolling off the production line. Just look at the rate that those Shivas are coming out. Nothing compared to the Razorbacks. Now, generally, Razorbacks don't deal too badly versus Shivas. But you kind of have to keep them moving. And problem is, there's tanks, there's air, there's gunships. There's an AGO. Oof. There goes the Razorback. problem is going to be the quantity of Shivas. There's already 10 Shivas. And how many Razorbacks? A whole one. He was maybe hoping to get a bit more damage value from these Razorbacks. What's your plan, Indomitus? You have 4 nuke bombers. He's actually 8. Yeah, he's going all for it. He's going all in air here. This is going to be his last play of the game. He basically needs to go for the comm. Get the kill on the comm. And that's the only way he's going to win. He's eating his tech-free lab. Question is when is he going to pull the trigger? Bombers look to be taking off. Spy planes are being built as well. He doesn't have long. But now would be the perfect time as all of the fighters are moved to defend these Wasp gunships. Now would be the time to go in. Problem is which route you're going to take, because there's flak here, flak there. Really, the only set way is right down here, which is where they're going. How many are going to make it? Trying to find the commander. He's found the commander.
Commander destroyed.
And Indomitus managing to pull it off with the nuke bombers. That is extremely fortunate. Literally, he probably had like less than 5 minutes left before those Shivas were just going to completely overwhelm him. Very, very well played, Indomitus. He had his plan for the win and it paid off. So thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed that one. Don't forget to do all the YouTube malarkey, and I'll see you all next time.